Good day YouTube, this is Dan from Cryptolite, and today we got a great ICO that I want to introduce you. In fact, I think this is possibly the best upcoming ICO in the months of March and April. The ICO is Neon Exchange, or the NEX token. Hang around to find out why I think it is going to be so big. First of all, a big shout out to Jensen Chang who requested this review. We love it when you guys request coin reviews because it brings to our attention the great coins that we might otherwise miss out, like this ICO. The market's been brutal the last couple of days. It's a sea of red out there. Times like these, when even professional traders get their predictions wrong, I like to stay out of short-term trading like day trading or swing trading, where 10 to 20% changes means a make or break. Instead, in times like these, I tend to hide in the smaller coins for the longer term hodling gains, because with these smaller coins, we are aiming for long-term bigger gains, 20x, 50x, so fluctuations of 10 to 20% don't hurt that much. Now, January was a great time for ICOs. I saw so many good ICOs and I got into a couple of ICOs then. One of them was altcoins and it gave a 10x gain within the week that it hit the market. However, in the month of February, there didn't seem to be that many great ICOs in my opinion. Since we started this channel 3 weeks ago, I have been on the lookout for a really good ICO that I could introduce to you guys. And I did go to some depth in researching some recently popular ICOs like Travelblock, etc. But I didn't end up feeling comfortable with them. I always felt somewhat nervous about one or two aspects such that I didn't desire to present it to you guys. I am very particular when it comes to selecting ICOs, even more than the coins on the market, because if we say that investing in cryptocurrency is high risk, investing in ICOs is super high risk. Do you know that in 2017, over 60% of the ICOs folded, meaning that investors of those 60% of projects or more lost all their money. So it's a very high risk investment, but on contrary, if you do find a really good ICO, it's like finding a diamond in the sand. It will take you to the moon. So today, thanks to Jensen, I think we have found an ICO that is a winner, and I'm excited to tell you guys about it. So what is Neon Exchange, or the NEX token? As always, let me read you the official description and then I'll explain it in layman terms. The official definition is NEX is a platform for complex decentralized cryptographic trade and payment service creation. Why do blockchain projects always have to make their definition so bombastic? Let me try and explain to you what NEX is in simple terms. You know how we all use crypto exchanges like Binance, KuCoin, Bittrex, Coinbase, etc.? All of these exchanges are centralized exchanges, meaning all data is stored on their local servers, which also means that they are susceptible to being hacked. And we've seen a lot of such cases in the crypto history. The most famous case is probably the Mt. Gox hacks, which lost 473 million. Coincheck got hacked just 2 months ago in January for 425 million, and last month BitGrill got hacked for 170 million. That's why the recommendation generally is, if you are investing a sizable amount of money in crypto, it's worth getting a hard wallet to avoid storing large amounts of crypto on the exchange's wallet. Now, a decentralized exchange offers a layer of security by giving users an encrypted blockchain network and the ability to create smart contracts. The problem is, due to the concepts such as verification and mining, decentralized exchanges can be very slow. A couple of years ago, there was BitSquare, which was one of the first decentralized exchanges, and it used Bitcoin. However, it was so slow that people just gave up using it despite the security advantages. That's why despite all the hacking that is going on still, the general crypto market still has no choice but to use the centralized exchanges. Until now, NEX is a decentralized exchange that promises to offer all the security of the blockchain, but it can still be very fast, in fact faster than the centralized exchanges. Even though we know that it has an advantage as a decentralized exchange, the next question that we need to ask is, in what way does NEX stand out from other current decentralized exchanges? NEX has three things that makes it stand out from other decentralized exchanges. The first is speed and volume. It can handle high volumes of data by going off-chain. This is very similar to sharding or state channels. Subscribers of this channel by now would be familiar with this concept. Traditional blockchain interactions happen within the blockchain where there is a lot of traffic, but there is a new way of improving speed by bypassing the traffic and converging again later. So imagine if you and I were walking down a very busy street. Rather than bash through the crowd, we could split. You could go left and I would go right, and we will go through the small lanes and the gaps and meet up again at the end of the busy street. We still got to the same point at the end of the busy street, but much faster. It's essentially a shortcut. So that's how they speed up the transactions between two parties on NEX. The second advantage they have is a smart contract payment system. The interactions between two parties will be smart contracts. Not only is this encrypted and secure and permanently on the blockchain, it also allows for interactions with assets outside the Neo virtual machine. So example, you would be able to send Ethereum into a Neo smart contract. And this is only the start. The longer term plan is to be able to cross not just blockchains but fiat currency with blockchain. I would love a fast decentralized exchange that has a fiat gateway. It's something we seriously lack in the crypto world at the moment. The third advantage of NEX is that they will allow for complex trades. At the moment, decentralized exchanges only allow for point-to-point trades. Looking at their white paper, NEX will not only allow market and limit orders, which most centralized exchanges do as well, they will offer margin orders. Margin orders are huge in the stock market, but I don't think many or any major crypto exchanges offer this yet. So it's still another attractive feature for users, especially those familiar with stock trading. So basically, NEX is a decentralized exchange, but it doesn't have the traditional limitations of decentralized exchanges. Instead, it overcomes both centralized and decentralized weakness and in fact surpasses their speed and security. In other words, it's going to be a beast of an exchange when it does come out. Now the question is, can the team behind the project pull it off? And the answer is yes. I'm going to start off showing you the team by starting with their advisors. Their two advisors are Da Hongfei and Eric Chan. These are the two founders of Neo, the CEO and the CTO of Neo. What more do you need for any Neo project? This project moved from being a dream to a reality at this point for me. These big boys will not put their name behind any project if it was fluffy. They have the power to make it work on the Neo platform because they own the Neo platform. The team is also rather impressive. I like this website because firstly, they show their faces clearly, but if you click on the face, it gives you a nice summary of their resumes as well. So they are not hiding, they are confident of their resumes, which is great for an ICO because the thing you need most in an ICO is a confidence that the project is going to succeed. Fabio Canacin, who is the co-founder, was also the guy who is the source of the original vision of the City of Zion community. The City of Zion is the group of developers that support the Neo platform, and they are actually the ones that created the Neon wallet. So now the name Neon Exchange is starting to make sense to us. Another of their co-founder and developer is Thomas Saunders, who is a founding member of the City of Zion, developer of the Neo Python and the Python compiler for Neo smart contracts. He contributes to the Neo Core project and is very familiar with the Neo virtual machine. So there you go, these guys know what they are doing. The rest of the team is also very impressive. You can go through the website and look at each one of them, but in their resumes are a lot of startup successes, Neo and City of Zion involvement. They look like a young team, but they are a team that inspire confidence. Now, let's take a look at their social media. Social media volume is very important in assessing an ICO. The more people there are who are aware and keen on this project, the more confidence you have it will take off. You want to know that when this token hits the market, there will be people who want to buy it. Otherwise, there is no point in getting in early at the ICO stage. Their Twitter is impressive. It has 49.1 thousand followers. What the heck? That's massive. Their Telegram group only has 1,036 members. That's slightly above average, not super impressive. And their Facebook has 576 members. Now it's 598 members. That's kind of average. I wonder why their Twitter is so massive. So the community awareness of this project is anywhere between average to awesome, depending on which social media you put weight on. Looking at the roadmap, their roadmap seems pretty eventful for this year. In the first quarter, we will see the token sale and the open source platform launch, so we are on track for that. In the second quarter, we will see the payment service launch. In the third quarter, we will see the trading MVP release. So then they will start trading NEO, Gas, and NEX. So it's only going to happen in the third quarter. And in the fourth quarter, this is the big quarter, the cross-chain launch and the margin trading will come on board. So trading of Ether and Ether tokens. So this is big because a lot of the tokens on the market at the moment are still ERC20 or Ether tokens. So it seems like the fourth quarter will be when the exchange will really take off and the price will really launch. After that, sometime in the next year, they've got decentralized banking coming, time frame to be advised. So overall, not bad, okay? In a big project like this, when you buy in the ICO phase, if you want it to take off, we should be able to be happy to wait for 1 to 2 years for big gains. But with NEX, there is a chance that by the fourth quarter, we will see the big run. So that's only 6 to 9 months away. That's pretty good. Now, the important and unique aspect to evaluating an ICO is in the token price and the mechanics. Now, ICOs are not listed on CoinMarketCap yet, so the value of the token has to be calculated manually. In this case, it's actually not hard. Their total supply is 50 million tokens, which is not much. And the ICO sale is 50% of that, 25 million tokens. When I say that the total supply is not much, it doesn't mean that the project's not bad. What it means is that you expect the actual token price to be high. If a project has like 10 billion tokens, then you expect the price of each coin to be a few cents. But if it only has 50 million, you can expect the price of a token at the end of the day to rise to, $50, $100 or more. Now, the total market cap at the end of the community at the end of the sale will be anywhere between 25 to 50 million USD. Okay, so you've got a max supply of 50 million. You know that they're selling 25 million tokens, and every token is being sold for the price of 1 USD. So even if they sell out their ICO, they would have raised 25 million. They might have a few more private sales happening, and that would raise the price anywhere between 25 to 50 million USD. So that's their maximum market cap before they hit the exchanges. Now, currently, an average exchange like KuCoin, okay, we're not talking about big exchanges like Binance, we're just talking an average exchange like KuCoin, has a market cap of over 1 billion USD. So if NEX makes it to become an average exchange by this time next year, we would have already seen a 20x gains. And this is a conservative estimate because it excludes inflation, it excludes the number of investors into the crypto space, etc. Now, just spare me 1 minute to take you a little bit of a history tour in terms of the token mechanics for the ICO scene. The ICO scene is a rapidly evolving scene. Just 1 year ago, ICOs were such a small part of the whole crypto investment that the overall caps only allocated about 15 to 20% to ICOs. There was no such thing as a pre-ICO because there was no need for a pre-ICO. But over the last 12 months, ICOs have gained so much popularity that the portion of the total supply sold at the ICO began to grow. Now it's like 50%, 60%, even 65% for some projects. So as ICOs gained popularity and the portion of the total supply increased, it began to get split up into different stages. So there was pre-ICO, there was the ICO stage, there was public sales and private sales and any combination of all the above. And then they included stages into each of those individual stages. So you got stage 1 ICO, stage 2 ICO, up to stage 6, 7 ICO. So it's still rapidly evolving. Now, the current stage of where ICOs are evolving in terms of token mechanics is the sale method. Now, traditionally, ICOs was first come, first serve. Once the token launch happened, whoever came first to buy first would get the tokens. But again, due to the sheer volume of buy-up, there have been issues where people who sign up for the whitelist were unable to buy due to the lag and complain of feeling left out. And in cases, some ICOs were oversold because too many people bought at the exact same moment. And the company ended up having to refund people, causing a lot of unhappiness and confusion. So since the start of this year, an increasingly popular method of conducting an ICO token sale has been called the lottery. So basically, instead of a queue, random people get selected from the list of those who are whitelisted, and they have a chance to buy the ICO. This prevents overcrowding and is random and fair, so people can't complain. However, as this is still in its early stage, this method is still being refined. The lottery method for some ICOs so far has not been popular, gaining it somewhat of a bad reputation. Partly because of the many stages that they introduced, some ICOs had up to 6 stages of lottery, and the discount difference between the first and last stage was huge, anywhere between 5 to 45% difference. So those who only got that 5% discount felt it was very unfair that they signed up at the same time and had the same foresight, but yet someone else got for the 45% discount. And the distribution then was also very uneven in that only a small amount got the 45% discount. So that's the background into ICOs and lottery style. And the reason I go into so much background information of that is because NEX, as you have already guessed, uses a lottery style in its ICO distribution or sale. So in other words, they do expect a huge volume of people wanting to buy this ICO, and they are trying to have some foresight and control it ahead of time. Now, I'm not a fan of lottery style in general. In fact, I have chosen not to buy good projects before simply because of the bad token distribution. But in this case, I actually reckon that this lottery style is okay, and I'll tell you why for 2 reasons. The first is that it only has 2 stages. And the second is that the sale price in both the stages are exactly the same, which is $1 for 1 NEX token. So the variance basically across the 2 stages is minimal, if nothing. Stage 1 lasts for 1 day with a max purchase of $1,000, and stage 2 lasts for 6 days with a max purchase of $9,000. So if stage 1 does not sell out and they need more time to sell it in stage 2, then stage 2 will be extended 2 more days. The small volume of purchases in this case, why they only limit you to 1,000 in round 1 and 9,000 in round 2, is because they want to maximize participants so people don't get disappointed that they missed out, which means that they really are expecting a large volume of early investors into this project. The other thing to consider with ICOs is to look out for what is called a lock-in period. Some ICOs have extensive lock-in periods, which means after you get the ICO token, you cannot sell it for 1 year. In this case, I don't see any clause for lock-in periods here, which is great. It means that once the token hits the exchanges, probably sometime in late April or May, you can sell your tokens immediately. Now, generally, when we look at a token ICO price life, there are 2 bumps in price for a good ICO token. The first is right after its launch, as you can see some examples here. And the second is the long-term growth as the roadmap progresses. Now, you can choose to hodl or you can choose to sell early with profit. A lot of ICO players who believe in the project actually do both. They buy at the ICO price and they sell when it hits the market and has that little bump that you see here on all 4 graphs. Okay, and these are all projects which hit the ICO or completed ICO in the last 2 months and hit the market. So this is recent data. Okay, and then they will buy in again after a few more days when a correction happens. So they will earn an even bigger share than before. The reason there is usually a rise in the price shortly after it finishes ICO and hits the exchange is because there are several countries, USA and China as example, who have regulations that prevent people from buying ICOs. So these countries are huge and they play a significant part of the market, and there are people in these countries who are eager to get in early, and so they buy right after the coin hits the market. Now, they won't get in at the ICO price, but in the long term, they are getting in right after it hits an exchange is still pretty cheap. So most coins do not fall below the ICO price. In fact, none of the top 100 coins fall below ICO price. So if you have a good project that you buy into in the ICO days, you can kind of rest assured that they are not the coin in the long term will not fall below the ICO price. In other words, it's a safe project as long as it doesn't fold. It's good that with NEX, you can get out whenever you want after it hits the exchanges. That's actually quite rare. Most coins put in a lock-in period so that there isn't a mass dump by the ICO holders. Only the really confident projects don't lock in because they believe that people will hold. Purchasing the ICO is also rather easy. They will be using the Neon wallet, so there is minimal confusion about tokens going into the wrong private wallet or phishing websites, etc. Because it's directly off the Neon wallet, you can purchase in both NEO and Gas, which is an EP5 token. So it's great that you can buy in Gas because there hasn't really been much use for Gas in terms of crypto trading. Worth mentioning as well in terms of NEX being a profitable potential project is the exchange platform industry that it is in. In general, most people in crypto would agree that the token prices of exchange platforms have been going up, and exchange platforms are a good investment. Binance Coin was worth $2.50 3 months ago. It is now worth $9.50. KuCoin was worth 50 cents 3 months ago. It is now worth $3.35. So we're talking about 4 to 6x gains in a very bearish market. At its peak, KuCoin was worth over $20 in January. So it had 40x gains in just 1 month between December to January. And that's because crypto awareness in the world is going up. And so as the number and volume of crypto trading goes up, linearly, the volume of businesses on crypto exchanges will also go up. It's a very lucrative and profitable business. Currencies go up in value the more they are used. So as the token prices of exchanges will generally tend to go up as the crypto market grows. One last awesome thing that I want to tell you about this project is that the NEX token allows holders to claim a share of fees generated by the payment services in exchange. So in other words, you can stake your NEX token. NEX holders can claim their profits through a staking process where claims on the staked NEX operate similar to gas claim calculations on the NEO network. So you can earn NEX tokens by doing nothing. I love this project. It just keeps getting better. So as mentioned before, if NEX caught up to the current price of KuCoin, which is an average exchange, not a great exchange, just an average exchange, we are looking at a whooping 20x gains already. Given its advantages as a leading decentralized exchange, which I believe will become more and more popular in future due to people's concerns for security, as well as given its valuable features and close relationship with NEO, as well as its outstanding team and advisors, I think that NEX has the potential to give more than a 20x returns within the next 12 months. Amongst all the ICOs that I have been looking to in the months of March and April, or for the months of March and April, NEX is the best ICO that I have found. I am personally going to get into this project. If you are interested in NEX, make sure that you get into the whitelist on the 12th of March. For those who don't know what a whitelist is, it's like a sign-up sheet to get into the token sale. Even though the whitelist opens on the March the 12th and the token sale is only in April, it is likely to fill up and close before the token sale. Usually whitelists open for about 2 weeks before being filled up and then they close. The popular whitelist closes way before that. So if you are not on the whitelist, you cannot participate in the token sale. Okay, if you are signed up for the whitelist, or when you sign up for the whitelist, they will ask you how much are you thinking of investing. You are not obliged to buy the token sale if you don't want to. The reason they ask you for how much you are thinking of investing is so that they can estimate the right numbers of participants before closing the whitelist. So if you are still just considering and sitting on the fence, just sign up for the whitelist. That's my suggestion, and put the smallest number, and you can change your mind later and do nothing, absolutely nothing. You don't have to buy it, but at least it gives you the option, or keeps your options open if you choose that you want to buy the token next month. Now, don't put a big number if you're not planning to buy, because it will really screw up the team's estimation. Now, the whitelist date is the reason that we are doing this review ahead of other requested reviews, because ICO information like this is time sensitive. So this is another reason why you should sign up to our channel so you don't miss out on time sensitive information. Okay guys, that's my take on NEX. I think it's awesome, but I'm not a professional or financial advisor. I'm merely sharing my thoughts and my crypto journey with you. Always do your own homework and make your own decisions. Once again, big thanks to Jensen Cheng for suggesting this ICO. This is what we hope this community will be. A channel where all of us can bring our favorite coins. I'll do a bit of homework and we share the coins with everyone else on this channel, so we all have a chance on getting in on the good deals should we choose. So thank you everyone for contributing. If you liked this video and found it helpful, please give us a like and a subscribe. Every click goes a really long way in helping us to build this channel. Have a great day wherever you are guys. We will catch you again tomorrow.